Okay. If you could go back in time and give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
Um,
You as a 15-year-old, let's just say.
as a 15-year-old, I think I would say to just practice more at that age at the front of the court. I became very comfortable hitting the ball to the back of the court and not so comfortable hitting the ball to the front because the way I was coached at that time was
Drive, drive, and drive.
yeah,
Yeah.
which wasn't a bad thing at that time. It was great to learn the game that way, but as someone looking back now, I maybe neglected the other part, that the skills-based stuff at the front, and I think that was an important stage of development, and it's taken me a little bit longer to learn those skills than maybe it should have done. But I think that's it really. I mean, I don't try not to live with regrets. Everything happens for a reason, and it happens the way it's meant to happen. So I think that little bit of advice would have helped, but not too much else.
Okay. You said before that fans should be louder when watching squash. It is really quiet out there.
Yeah.
Is that because people are too scared to make noise, or they don't realise you can actually talk?
This is normally a good tournament for that, and I think it's because it's early.
Yeah.
Once I've had a few more beers, I think I'm going to get a little bit louder, to be honest. It definitely, after 8 o'clock, it gets louder. But I think in general, squash still suffers a little bit from the old days where everyone just sat quietly, watched, clapped politely when they saw a good rally. But if you watch sport nowadays, I'm not taking. No, I shouldn't say football fans, but maybe fans in America, they get very passionate about their sports.
Yeah.
And I think with squash, I think you need the characters, you need different people that people love or hate. I think Jonathan Powell was a fantastic person for that because he provoked emotion in the people that watched. You either loved watching him play or you thought he was a moaning idiot, really.
Yeah.
And for me, I loved watching him play because he was so skillful, and I wanted him, to win. If I was a spectator, you'd become more involved in the game. And I think we need more characters. We need people to want someone to win. When you watch tennis,
Yeah.
I always want Federer to win, no matter who he's playing. And I really want Federer to win. And when I watch tennis, I'm always supporting someone. I think that's in squash. People just go. They don't know the players. They sit there and then they watch a good game of squash, but they have no feelings inside. They just, that's a good rally, good shot. Whereas if it's someone you want to win, come on,
Get the placards ready.
well, whatever. I think the players always respond better as well to.
So when you go on court, you want people to be screaming your name.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. If only that would happen. But no, I mean, when the atmosphere's better, the players. Us as players on the court feed off it, and you're always going to get a much better game of squash to watch, I think.
Alright. Do you use a psychologist for the mental aspect of the game?
No, I just let the demons just float around and it influence me independently.
Okay.
when they feel like it.
Alright. About your coach, Paul Carter, is it true that he makes his players do the Myers-Briggs test?
The?
Myers-Briggs, MBTI?
Which one's that?
That's where you're either an extrovert or an introvert, or the way your judgmental
sure.
perception.
He might have done it on the younger guys.
Yeah.
He hasn't done it with me, so we train at Potter's Bar with Paul. I also train a little bit with Lee Drew, who's another coach, and trained a long time with my dad. But recently, I've really enjoyed getting on court with Paul, but I've never heard of him doing this test. But he might be able to correct me.
It's one of those rumours floating around. No.
Yeah. No, I've not heard of it.
No. Okay. You're born and bred in Essex.
Yeah.
So where does Liverpool Football Club come into it? It's a bit far.
Good question. It's a little bit far. Yeah, it is far.
I mean, I could call you a glory hunter, but I mean it's Liverpool, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
In the old days, I was a glory hunter. When I was 5 years old and I was watching them win European Cups,
So
I
it's a
remember that
bit of a
clearly.
habit supporting them.
No, it's what happened was my dad's a Leyton Orient supporter, so I never felt when I was 3 or 4 years old that they were going to become the next big club. But when I watched football from when I was very young, Liverpool were always on television, so therefore they became my team. Always wanted to watch them play. My dad bought me a kit when I was little. I don't think Leyton Orient did junior kits at that time, so um, I'm a Liverpool fan and have been since I can remember. Um, but I would say Leyton Orient are my second team. So there we go.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.